Here's the video to set up problem 5118 in lesson 533. Mrs. Pacheco, Mr. Edwards, and Mr. Richards are three math teachers at Turner Middle School. Ms. Pacheco is 3 years older than Mr. Richards. Mr. Edwards is twice as old as Mr. Richards. The sum of Mr. Richards' age and Mr. Edwards' age is 81. How old is each person? So again, my describe draw step. I'm going to guess Mr. Richards' age because everybody else's age is described in terms of Mr. Richards. Ms. Pacheco is 3 years older than Mr. Richards, so that's Mr. Richards plus 3. Since Mr. Edwards is twice as old, Mr. Edwards equals Mr. Richards times 2. Now, new in this problem is we're only adding Mr. Edwards and Mr. Richards' ages to get 81. We don't add Ms. Pacheco's age, which is different than what we've done before, but we still have to find the ages of all three teachers. So now in my guess and check table, again, my guess is Mr. Richards. Ms. Pacheco is Mr. Richards plus 3. Even though we're not going to use that in our do step, we still need it here because it is part of our answer. Mr. Edwards is Mr. Richards times 2. So once I have those filled in, I'm going to add just Mr. Richards and Mr. Edwards, and that sum needs to equal 81. So now you're going to do your first guess, and even though no teacher is 10 years old, you still have to use 10 as your first guess. If this was a quiz and you didn't use 10 as your first guess, you are losing points. Go ahead, fill in for 10, pause the video again, fill the row in for 10, do that first guess with 10, and then see how well you did. So if Mr. Richards was 10, Ms. Pacheco would be 10 plus 3, which is 13. Mr. Edwards would be 10 times 2, which is 20. Then I just add the ages for Mr. Richards and Mr. Edwards. 10 plus 20 is 30. So that's way too low. So you're probably going to guess a little bit bigger than 10 when you go to the next time. Good luck. Go ahead, finish the problem.